front for it. And you guys will just be little icons in the corner. That'll be how it is.
I wonder if I could.
No, don't put the light there. Well, actually.
Yeah, because it's behind the camera now.
Yeah, it's behind the camera.
Look. This is Rencho's audition tape for the next Black Terrorist Act.
I like my room ass dark, nigga. I don't like any light in this.
Get the bunk beds too, really?
Oh, I know you got lots.
Everybody does. Only real niggas have bunk beds. What are you talking about?
I need places to put my clothes. I don't want to hang up.
I feel like I lost some of my niggergy when my savagery when my bunk bed got dismantled. Part of my soul went with it.
Dude, that was the happiest day of my life.
Okay, it seems like the chat was just talking about fighters, and Jay has a rant to say about that. But
I know Beerus is a zoning character.
Shut up!
No, we're not doing this shit again, right? We're not doing this shit.
We're not done with this. 100%.
We're done with that.
I have the open up, and then I guess I'll open your chat. People are saying over there, even though I don't care.
Got so much shit on my desk. Got like 2 muffin wrappers and shit. Yeah, they just everywhere. I just fiend on the muffins like crazy. I can't help it. They just so delicious. I should get another muffin.
Down in the deal.
What you doing over there, lunch lady? You adjusting your hair?
Shut the
I need to see this now.
Miss Frizzlehead.
Miss Frizzle looking at
I'm dead.
It all comes back from this morning.
Let me go to youtube.com. Heavenly, what are you streaming? Oh.
That nigga gone.
He's not gonna even notice, please. They haven't.
All right. Finish draining the pipe. Okay, let me turn on my headphones so there's no echo. Where'd I put them shits at?
Damn, Jay, I hate how you the only one that got different hair. I miss my colored ass hair on my white ass Targaryenness. Just wait.
Who's this?
When this joint all to the side, this joint extra about to be a different color, probably rainbow.
Alright, so which channel are you streaming on right now?
The Heavenly Productions channel. Oh yeah, I didn't even turn it on for the Heavenly Kings channel. Let me do that in a second right now. Which is good because I haven't really started yet. We haven't started yet anyway, so wait.
My arrow looking like Morpheus from the Matrix because he is.
So yeah, right now we're experimenting with the Discord's voice call thing, so obviously it needs work. So I'll probably just tweet at them or something, and then because since they don't really since Discord hasn't really been out that long, it's pretty easy to come and get into contact with them because we're still working out the kinks and shit. But
you're still improving.
Okay, I'm not getting any audio now. Wait, hold up.
Shit's slanted?
My headphones. I turned them on. Oh wait, no, I know why. I got to turn on into voice meter. I keep forgetting it always resets. Okay, there we go.
Oh my god.
Richard looks how I expected him to look. Whatever that means.
I remember him having orange hair.
That's how you expect the Richard to look. now I can just randomly click on one of you guys' voices and be like the J in the front.
Giving me carrots and breadcrumbs.
Carrots and breadcrumbs.
Okay.
My mic wasn't even on the whole time. Oh, it's a good thing we didn't get started until just now. Then.
Jay, I could hear you this whole ass time, nigga.
No, I was talking about on my OBS. I was like looking at my meters and stuff, and it was muted
there.
So.
And so yeah, I'm gonna turn on the other channel too. Heavenly looks like Heavenly Productions from Heavenly Controller. What does that even mean?
That's crazy how he looks like himself, isn't it?
Oh,
wait,
man,
he's
Heavenly
a nigger?
Productions and
Hold
Heavenly
on, wait a
Controller
minute.
looks the same.
He's African American?
He's black.
What? I've been lied
He's
to.
not a dark ass Indian.
Thought he was, yeah. I mean, you could pass it. You could pass as an Indian.
No, he can't.
Apparently.
To be honest,
did I tell you how I went and okay, I need to center myself now. Okay.
What's up, Kendrick? What's going on, man?
Oh wait, this is the wrong webcam. I don't want this one being used. This is the no wonder I'm not centered. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
There's multiple webcams.
Yeah, of course he does. He's rich. He's got fucking.
Oh yeah, because OBS has the other webcam on.
He's got he's got AdSense money for days.
You're right. You gotta be careful though. You might get gunned down in the street.
Ready to gun you now.
Swimming in the...
I have that streamer mode disabled, but I don't even know what stream. like I like tried to see what the difference between the streamer mode thing does. I don't even know what it hides. Like,
Streamer mode.
I don't think
a lot of those spot niggas that be having porn in the background.
No, it
be
means
having that shit pop up.
It means notifications, and it hides some information if it shows.
Yeah, like porn.
Yeah,
let's
sure.
see.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just trying to
doesn't
switch.
hide
Jay, now
porn.
you got me singing 21 Savage. Look what you did to me.
Ready to gun you now.
I was actually just listening to that earlier. Oh, see now you can see my zits in clear HD the way it should be. Okay, perfect.
That shit, yeah. Except for that
You're also
lag.
lagging.
Yeah. You're no longer the same frame rate as everybody else now.
What do you mean?
Like 50, no, there it goes.
Oh, okay, it had to readjust. Hold on, let me
Just
see.
don't move too quickly.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. If I focus participant, okay, yeah, then it works. But let me unfocus, because I don't need to focus on you. Oh goofy.
Yeah, that's 60 frames.
I
is
want
too
my
much.
face big as fuck.
Oh, goofy.
I know. I'm getting some like weird like
Let's see, Dragon Ball
pixelation.
FighterZ Game of the Year.
See if it fixes
Nigga,
itself.
you high.
Weird, hella not growing. In
Game got to be out
like
to be
this.
game of the year.
Okay. Let's see.
There it goes.
Is there anything else? This is something, man.
Sexy as fuck.
Okay, Jay wanted to start, right? What did you wanted to talk about where you wanted to do the podcast so bad?
Take it down,
Oh
yeah.
man, you know
Take
what?
it down.
Your boy has been really going through it, man. This Dragon Ball FighterZ thing. Wait, are we trying to? What are we starting with first of all?
Dragon Ball
I
FighterZ.
don't know.
Okay, so we'll start Dragon Ball FighterZ and then we'll work our way to depression.
Yeah, you know that all my subs are weebs, so they want to hear the anime shit. So
Okay, so
Forgot
check
I
this
had a
out, guys.
headset.
Dragon Ball FighterZ got canceled yesterday, so I don't know if any of you guys heard.
F's in chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, man?
Okay.
I've said a lot of stuff about Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I'm not expecting the game to be like, oh yeah, there's a new One Piece trailer that's out. Yeah, and there's My Hero.
Oh wait, no, Jay, I know what you need to start with. You need to start with your Shinobi Striker rant. You need to get that since
Fuck that
I know you have a lot of reservations about that.
That's not reservation.
All right, let's get ready for that.
Okay, let me tell you. First of all, the issue with Shinobi Strikers, don't release a fucking beta unless you're prepared for the network to just completely be fucked out the ass, because trying to play this game, there was so much fucking input lag, there was so much fucking
I mean,
hit
all betas
detection
are
issues.
like lagged to fucking shit.
I mean, Dissidia wasn't. So
Yes, it was. Well, the Dissidia's matchmaking took 10 years to
I
connect
mean, but
you
that's
to a match.
matchmaking. That's not lag. That's matchmaking. Even
I mean, so you're saying you have to pick one, though.
matchmaking was terrible.
You prefer for your connection to be consistent, but for it to take 10 years to connect, is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. Yeah, because,
no, Dissidia did
at
lag
least then,
sometimes too, though.
if I'm waiting 10 years to get into a match and I beat your ass because of hit detection being correct, I deserve that fucking win. It was worth the 10-minute wait. Absolutely. And
Yeah, like the real
that needs to happen.
Hitboxes for Striker was back. No, okay, so here's my thing. So Shinobi Striker's connection felt well. Okay, when I was running through the hub world, it was like stuttery as fuck. But like the connection seemed fine during battle until you tried to hit somebody, and suddenly, and I'm editing a video right now, so I'll put it out later. But suddenly, niggas would start teleporting the fuck everywhere, and suddenly it's like when you try to hit them, it just don't work no more.
Yep.
So that's what's
And then I was getting ganged up on. The tracking was one of the worst shits I've ever seen in a fucking group-based game. Like, it was just not. There was no way to defend yourself from getting fucked. Like, if you're 1v1ing somebody and it's just like, all right, you know, the respect of I'm fighting this one nigga, then all of a sudden his homie will just come out of nowhere and fire style your shit, and I'm just like,
oh
there's
yeah,
no
that was
possible
another thing
way
that was
that you could have
bullshit.
seen
That was
that
another thing that
coming.
was bullshit. And once again, that's gonna be my video too, to where you're like, all right, I'm gonna capture the flag, okay? I'm about to hit up this this strategy. I'm about to play the objective, and 4 niggas come over, 4 black Uchihas rain from the sky and fireball you to oblivion. You can substitute once, and then once your substitution wears off, they can dash infinitely across the map to get to you, and there's no way to escape that shit, and you just get game banged until you die, and you die in like one combo, and then it's fucking over. And then I was trying to see, okay, well, where are my teammates at? 2 niggas were AFK and not playing, so, and then when I tried to leave, the game froze, so just
And
perfection.
then
Just
one of the
perfection.
worst part was the fact that they only had you play on one stage, and 80% of that stage is a giant fucking hole.
A fucking hole!
What is the? Who designed this bullshit?
And when you
The
try to
entire
grapple
map
across,
is
you
literally
fall.
this big ass cavern and then 2 little islands and a fence. Like, what? I don't understand. Which one of you fucking idiots designed this fucking level? Because you need to be fired for real. Like, somebody needs to be told. Listen, Jeffrey, this is. I understand that we're
Why you
supposed to
gotta
give you
be
a 2,
Jeffrey?
but
Fucking Jeffrey's a bitch,
I
that's why.
assume stupid niggas are usually named Jeffrey. Okay, so he's just you know. Mr. Smith, I'm sorry. I mean, when I came up with the level design, it seemed really great. You know, like the Forest of Death. You know, tuning exams. Jeffrey, you put a giant fucking hole in the middle of the map. How are people supposed to play? I don't understand. It's like the guy who designed Hanamura designed this map. That's what it was. The same nigga who designed that Overwatch map, he was just like, you know what, Jeffrey, you're gonna have to go take that shit to Namco Bandai. And they were like, we're gonna trust you, Jeffrey. We love Hanamura. It's so Oriental. It's so Asian. No. Like,
and they give you that little grapple shit that you can throw, and then if you fucking
miss, doesn't work. It works like 70% of the time.
Anyway.
Yeah. So it was like, and I even put this in my video where I would throw the kunai and it would like hit something and it would like make the flash and like the animation and shit, and my character would dash towards it but not connect to whatever the object was that he was jumping to. So it's like,
and I mean, these anime games are always fucking buggy and inconsistent shit. It's basically what's going to be the case. What's going to be the case is the game, and this is like how I've been saying, the game it's not completely unplayable, but it's not a good game either. It's going to die after a month. It'll be a good.
I'm going to give it 2 weeks.
Yeah, a month. Yeah.
I'm going to give it 14
days. Give it 2 days.
2 hours.
2 days is a little.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. Those
yeah. Maybe give it like. Maybe not even a month. Maybe that's even pushing it, because I just feel like there's no story mode. I would tell you what though, if the game servers are fucked up on day one, then yeah, it'll die.
I mean, the only person who's really gonna keep this game afloat is all the people who want to play with Afro Senju and like all those other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And shit
Since Afro didn't have Bandai money, he's gonna keep promoting it. So that's the only thing that's gonna keep it alive. That's probably why they're like, damn, we gotta give this nigga over here that Bandai money so he can promote our game.
You know what? That's very interesting, because we were saying that before we started the podcast, how this man was like the #1 slanderer of this game, and then all of a sudden he said that, I don't know if this is the case or not, but I can only assume because I'm not making money like that, that as soon as that Namco Bandai check cleared, he was just like, Shinobi Strikers is amazing. Like, this game is so much fun.
It's low-key lit. Like,
and then what's so funny is I'm seeing niggas talking about how good the customizing is. You only have one item that you can customize. What are you talking about? I'm not understanding. You can customize one item, your headband.
And your hair.
And your hair. That's it. You get like 10 different colors, and I'm like,
and your gender.
And the range users are OP as fuck. You can just do this like lightning spear shit across the map, and then when you're carrying charges, you can just summon that shit from the sky and be gone with the thunderclap everybody, and there's no way to dodge that shit. So
that shit was awful.
I don't know. I feel like the healers are the most.
Yeah, Afro knows it's ass. He does. Like he's been the one, like Jay said, he's been the one saying that it was ass. And even if you look at the comment section of his video,
I feel like,
oh, this game's kind of lit, and people are like, this game kind of looks.
This game looked like ass.
Like,
this game looked like you just wiped your ass.
And it's just like the same way with Boruto. Like with this, people would offend this game just because of what it is, just because of the IP. People will want it to be good so bad, but it's like it's not.
I mean, yeah, that would be great if it was a good game. I would love for this game to be great. Like I was thinking this game was gonna be like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna hold my reservations and see if this game is good. But after playing the beta, man, like, and what's so funny is you see people making excuses for it, like, oh, it's an early build, it's just a beta. So betas aren't supposed to impress you? Betas are not supposed to make you want to buy a game now?
The Dragon Ball FighterZ beta was impressive, so...
I don't know, man. Overwatch's beta was pretty impressive, too. I mean, you know, there's a lot of games that put out a beta, and it's just like, oh, yeah, this is an early build, and it's an impressive game. You know, like, that's like putting out a fucking demo. You guys ever get like the PlayStation magazines or like a game magazine, and they used to come with a demo disc? Like that would certify, like that's how I bought the first Kingdom Hearts game, because of the PlayStation 2 disc that I used to get.
I think that our audio is echoing from your mic.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is.
He's the only one with no headphones in.
Because I was trying to see.
He's like, why are y'all picking on me? Come on, man. I'm just chilling.
I was like, Jay sounds like his voice is echoing, and I was trying to figure out what the source was. And like,
Rich like right there.
Richard's thing will light up every time someone talks, so I figure out.
It's whatever. I don't
need headphones or something.
I mean, it would be recommended, Rincho. It would be recommended.
I thought about others.
Rincho,
you don't like headphones.
You don't like headphones, man.
They hurt my ears after a while.
You can go on. You can go on Push to Talk or something. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, he's like, I feel attacked.
So,
you know what? You know what's also like really stupid is the fact that you would expect games to like really put their all into like betas. You know what I mean? Like if I was somebody who is teetering on the fence about buying your game or not, and your beta does not impress me, best believe I'm not gonna pre-order your game. And then what's so interesting is in order to get access to some betas, you have to pre-order the game. Well, why would I pre-order your fucking game if I haven't even played the beta yet? I don't understand. Like, how does this logic, this circle jerk logic work? Because you're really fucking me over on this one. Like, if I wanted to play your game, then I would pre-order it, no problem. But if your game is shit and I pre-ordered it, best believe it's getting canceled. So
even Dragon Ball FighterZ with their shitty servers was still
thank you, Jacob Torres, for the super chat.
It was still a fun game when the servers were messing up like crazy.
Yeah. So I think even for the Naruto beta, it was like, the fuck? This is even that worked for Storm Revolution when that came out and Storm 4. Like, you know, when we had access to that stuff, at least the Storm 4 one was single player because I bet they knew the multiplayer was just gonna be shit and they were just gonna get trashed. So yeah, if it like, and then CC2 already, like, they have good cutscenes and shit like that, so they're like, oh, if we make it a single player instead of multiplayer,
if the game like looks sexy as fuck, then I wouldn't complain. Like, I was even saying that about like the
why do my ninjas have? I mean, when you make a female ninja, why is there no titty scroller? If the customizing is so good, how come I can't adjust my character's boob
size? If they didn't have longer hair, they would look like a dude. Honestly, they have no features at all.
How if I wanted to make a Hinata level character with huge tits, bro, I couldn't.
Honestly,
that's
honestly, Summit, the game didn't. I mean, even before I played it, like the game didn't actually. It didn't look like. I mean, and I've just accepted that I'm just always right. So if I have an opinion on something, I'll always have a benefit of the doubt. But 90% of the time, what I originally thought about something ends up being the case. So, like when I saw this game and I'm like, this game just doesn't look like it's gonna be. It doesn't even look that fun to look at, like to watch other people play it. So like it's just, I mean, like there's a few cool like cinematic like cutscene type things, but none of it is enough to where I feel like, oh, that would be really fun over a long period of time. What I would feel like would make a multiplayer Naruto game fun is if it had like an RPG like element to it. Like if this game played more like an MMO, like if you had it to where it was sort of a kind of like how Xenoblade Chronicles combat is. It's like it's like a passive type combat or whatever. If they had it like that, and then you could do jutsu and you can do combos and stuff, and then you can group up with people and party up and run around this like open world and stuff like that. But this little like arena thing, like fucking broken ass hit detection shit, like.
Plank said, Arrow think he about that action. Goddamn, I'm dead.
He gonna pull up on you.
He gonna
yeah, they had it like that. I know, yeah. If it's not even fun to watch, there's no point. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
It's one of those things because sometimes you'll have a game that's fun, but it's like it's boring. Like honestly, sometimes, and I'm glad it got better because the Xenoblade Chronicles combat was so like just like basic in the beginning. I'm like, this is just like if you were just watching someone play this, it's like I was like half the time not even looking at the screen.
That sounds like a Nintendo Switch conversation. You and Deacon can have that conversation. I don't.
I'm just talking about in general, but like I mean, I feel like I would rather have that type of combat. Like it kind of play like an MMO, like where if you were playing like I don't know, fucking RuneScape or something, like it felt like that. But like with Shinobi Striker, but like when you have a game that's online, that's easier. But when you have something like Shinobi Striker and it's like it's trying to fight like J-Stars or something, yeah, your hit detection is gonna be fucked up. There's no way that's gonna work. Like that was super inevitable. Like I felt like this game was destined to fail. I don't know what they were doing.
I think this game's sequel might be fun because it's got that very like when you really look at the aspect of it, like approaching it without any type of bias or looking at it any type of way, this is Naruto's version of Xenoverse. Because when the first Xenoverse came out, everybody was like, oh, character customization hype, you know, 4v4 battles hype, you know, all this other shit, you know, 3D planes and being able to customize your character and fight some of your favorite characters and shit. This is exactly what Xenoverse 1 was. And not to say that Xenoverse 1 wasn't fun. I mean, you know, it was great.
But yeah,
you know,
they
when
worked
it came
out
out.
the kinks in Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, and even then, Xenoverse 2 kind of got shaded after a while because people figured out how to cheese and all the spam stuff, which this game has. You can seal niggas, you know, the fucking, if you were playing a defense type, you could just pick up the flag and pass it on to people. Like, a lot of the gimmicks that were in Shinobi Strikers was very similar to the same issues that Xenoverse 1 had. And you got a lot of people getting shit misconstrued because they're like, didn't they learn anything from Xenoverse? But these are two different teams working on two different games. So, you know, Dimp's working on something and whoever's working on Shinobi Strikers, you know, they can only do so much from each other's game. You know what I mean? So the sequel to this game may be good. It may be fun. you know, and they'll
if this game gets a sequel, if it dies in a week, we might not get that. So
I don't know. It's Namco Bandai.
But then again, it's Naruto. So
yeah, it's Naruto. They'll push it out. The next one will just be Boruto. It won't be Naruto.
But I don't even for a Naruto game. Like it's fine. It's finding a hard time finding people to dick ride even this game. So if this wasn't a Naruto game, it would extra be dead.
I think it's because all of the social media people, you know, Afro, Rhyme Style, Indikuba, like all these other guys.
I mean, that's what they do. You know, they be going hard with that shit too.
Yeah, with the social media stuff. But here's the thing: is they're also competing against themselves with fighters. So if you got Rhyme Style, Afro, and all these other guys going and doing fighters, then what room is there left for a Shinobi Striker? You know what I mean? So they can't really have as much of a social media presence when it comes to a game that's not coming out until mid 2018. So, you know, just one of those things where it's like you can't necessarily make the time for both, so you kind of have to fiddle diddle and fuck around with one while you're still trying to hype up. Yeah, you got to fiddle diddle with one so you can hype up the other one.
Pumpkin
so yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, man, like you're too busy, you're distracted by one thing, so that way it avoids you from looking at something else. So we already know Fighters is gonna do well.
Something else is fucking Shinobi Strikers.
Yeah, exactly.
Trash.
So, you know, we already know that Fighters is going to do well. Fighters is going to sell really well. And kind of on the back end is just like all the people who aren't getting Fighters, are they interested in Shinobi Strikers and how? Like, how do we get
buy that game by mistake?
Yeah, like Jay Lit said, if it was a mobile game, it might be okay. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, this would be this would be a great free-to-play mobile game. Actually, this would be a great free-to-play console game too, because then you could just put all. It could be broken. It could be broken to shit, but it's a free-to-play game. Oh, I don't know where he went, but it's a
game costs fucking. Hold on, I disconnected real quick. If this game costs fucking full price at just being multiplayer, that would be super retarded in my opinion.
It would be great if it was a free-to-play game, and then, you know, you could just buy, you know, have loot boxes, microtransactions and shit, which was the only thing that was missing from this beta, was fucking loot boxes. So, you know, you can do that, and then you get headbands, you get color clothes, you get, you know, different shoes, you get different hairstyles and stuff like that. That would be great to put in a free-to-play Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker game.
They just made an Ultimate Ninja remake.
Yeah, that would have been.
Oh yeah, and I was getting comments like that too. Some of these games that like came out for the PS2 were fine the way they were. They could have just like how people were saying, you know, people like the Xenoverse game is just better because of better graphics. But they just took Tenkaichi 3 and gave it Xenoverse graphics. You would shit on all these other games.
I'm disappointed in
so same way with the Naruto games too. You don't need to come up with new concepts. The Naruto games that were popular and worked are already around, so just recreate those, copy and paste those games.
They really could have
I don't know. I mean, I can understand if you can't give it the same name, like if the IP is just lost, like you can't give a game Budokai Tenkaichi anymore, but you can still like do what they did. The same thing with what was it, Raging Blast, where that was just
Raging Blast.
That was basically just Tenkaichi essentially. Right. So yeah, just do that. And
hey man, you know what? They could have just did what everybody else is doing and make a fucking remaster. They would have made more money. They could have just did a Ultimate Ninja remaster and they would have been good to go. Include 1, 2, and 3, and then the Shippuden one, and then you're good. You know, they didn't really need to do all this extra work and build a whole new game. And you know what? What would have been interesting is if they would have came out with a remaster that would have helped fund Shinobi Striker, so the game could be better. You know what I mean? Like this game just looks like the leftover budget from what they didn't use for Fighters. That's it. Like that's all it is. I
feel like they don't even try to put a budget in these games. They're like, you know what? Let's
try to use the least amount of money we can.
Yeah, let's save on money for this game, and just because all the weebs are gonna buy it anyways. See, and this is why I say, and people would get mad when I complain. People get mad when I complain about these games not being good enough. But the thing is that if you don't sure, yeah, I'm gonna play it anyways. People will always make the argument, well, you're gonna buy it anyways, so you might as well stop complaining. You're gonna buy it and play it, so what's the point of complaining if you're gonna buy it? But it's like, even though you're gonna buy the game and play it and you're gonna enjoy it anyways, and you still want it to be better, unless you criticize it, it's going to just continue. Well, they're not gonna complain. We're just gonna keep putting out shitty anime games.
I don't know, man. I distinctly remember it wasn't not too long ago. It was like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. We were I don't think we were, but I remember you saying complaining about Storm 4 is not going to change anything. I do vaguely remember you saying something like that. And it just comes full circle. It's just like, oh, so you're for complaining now, huh? This is very interesting.
I'm not saying that complaining is going to change anything. It's definitely not. What I'm saying is, like, it's one of those things. It's like saying, like, you want to promote the war on drugs, but you know that you're never going to win.
It's false.
You know?
Oh, I took.
But you have to continue. Yeah, it's like
what's wrong with fucking Molly's?
Yeah, it's fighting a battle that's not ever intended to be won. That's not ever intended to have a end result. But you have to keep doing it anyways. You know. Because I think that what happens is if you sort of carry over that attitude, then maybe you'll get change over time, but not in this current generation. That's for sure. Definitely not. Because so the thing is that no matter how many
people for Star Wars though,
sort of,
somewhat.
and I think that it was more applicable for me to say that complaining wasn't complaining. Okay, let me kind of refine what I said about Storm 4 back when that game came out. Complaining only works if you even have a voice, and I definitely didn't have a voice back then. So like when people like us complain about it, it's like I still think you should, because you know then that argument exists in the world. But at the same time, because like you don't want to just like, okay, you know, it's not going to change anything, so let me not complain, and then this opposite opinion just won't exist, and then people just won't know that the game is actually shitty and it's just going to be full of dick ride. No, you should definitely still do that. But in the same lieu of that, though, you have to have a certain level of skepticism and know there's so many fanboys and dick riders that outweigh the critics and the people that want the games to get better, that they will be able to support it. But you know, we're starting to see shifts in that. Like that was the whole thing with Battlefront, where they figure we can just spam as much DLC as we want, and we can just nickel and dime our game as much as possible, and these nerds are going to constantly keep buying our games, and they're not going to complain. Well, they will complain, but they'll keep buying our stuff anyways. So when you see their actual wallets get hit now...
yeah, like it's always like I've been saying. Once you fuck with the money, man, they start paying attention.
Because what I think it is, I think that with this anime and gaming sort of community, I think that it's sort of been in its infancy for a while now, and we haven't really been taken seriously. And they try to, like, I think that the mainstream audience, when they see a gamer, when they see someone who watches anime, they mainly see a child or a teenager, and they think of it as a very manipulative audience that they can sort of just like children, essentially, like how you can get a child to watch anything that's made by Pixar, no matter what the plot is, just throw in a few cheesy, shittily written jokes and a few cute characters. That's how they were talking about with Star Wars, how they were shoehorning in those birds that had no relevance to the plot whatsoever, but it'll sell toys. So there's a lot of exploitation for children, and that same mentality was being applied to anime and to gaming, and it's still being applied to it. But as we saw with Battlefront, is that you have a bunch of adults that are playing these games, not children, and so these are the ones who are making these decisions on whether or not they want to buy these games and play these games, and that's starting to show. So I think that for a game like the Bandai Namco games, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to shift towards that, but I definitely see in the near future, and I think Shinobi Striker might be the first step. If this game does bad, this could be a wake-up call for Namco Bandai, or Bandai Namco, however the fuck they'd be switching their names around. So if anything, really...
It depends on the game. They're usually referred to as Bandai Namco when it comes to anime games. It's Namco Bandai whenever it's everything else.
Okay.
It's just like, you know, when it comes to like Tekken and shit, like serious games, they'd be like, nah, this is Namco Bandai. Like, but when it's like a Naruto or a Dragon Ball, Bandai Namco.
My Hero Academia game. Even My Hero Academia game. And I'm probably the problem too, because sometimes there's a game that like I know it looks shitty, but it's like, oh, it's an anime game, and people kind of just let it slide for anime games because even though the games aren't as good as a normal game, their expectations are a bit set lower because you figure, well, my favorite anime characters are in this game, so that kind of supplements the lack of quality, and that's kind of a problem. But that just ends up being the case. So like what I started to notice is that like for this
what the.
Oh, y'all just breaking Discord, huh?
I was noting that with the My Hero Academia game, the quality wasn't that good.
Yeah,
but I was kind of okay with it. Like,
the My Hero game is still a little too far out for me to judge that. Like,
and then also the stream that they showed for that, was in poor quality as well. And then I retweeted. There's this whole tweet about how like the ultimate attack for Midoriya was a straight ripoff of Sakura from Storm 4, which I thought.
I was noticing that. I was like, this looks oddly familiar. Yeah.
I need to look this up now.
So like,
people are asking where'd a lot of
these anime games, like even when I saw the My Hero Academia gameplay, I was like, yeah, it looks like a PS Vita game, but it's got those My Hero Academia characters in it, so I'll let it slide. I definitely had that mentality, and that's what ends up being the case with these anime games. That's what it usually is. It comes down to is that the quality is lesser, but you let it slide because it has your favorite anime in it. So what I think it needs to be the case is we need to maybe start boycotting some of these games. Like, I mean, And so here's the thing.
Wow, I would have never thought that would have came out of your mouth. Holy shit.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I mean, I'm still gonna.
Man, maybe 100,000 subs did turn you into a better person. Holy shit! Oh my goodness!
No, I mean, I'm saying I'm not recommending, or I'm not saying, oh, go out and do this. I'm saying that's
you
what
an activist now.
Done.
This is what you're doing. Next thing you know, he's gonna get rid of the hentai posters. It's gonna be Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. This is it, man. This is it.
Anything, I'll double down. I just have full on titties in the background. So.
Oh man.
I think the reason why this is able to apply in this situation is because usually when we get a new Dragon Ball game or we get a new Naruto game, they come out by themselves. And I think that why it's so easy to ignore Shinobi Strikers is because Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out first, months ahead of time. It'd be one thing if Shinobi Strikers was coming out anytime soon, like tomorrow or next week, or but when Fighters comes out, I feel like no one's gonna give a fuck about Shinobi Strikers. If Shinobi Strikers was coming out and there was no Fighters and the only other Dragon Ball game that we would have to compete with would be Xenoverse, then it would be a little bit easier to sort of promote that game because they would figure, well, it's a new anime game for one of the popular genres. But when you have two competing genres, now you're given a choice, and that's what usually ends up being the case with these anime games. Is that the reason why they succeed is because it's the only game in its current engine of this popular anime that exists. But now when you're given choices, like when you can go back to play Storm 4, or you can play Dragon Ball FighterZ, or you can even play Xenoverse, and Shinobi Strikers in comparison is worse, and you have options now, there's really not much motivation to go to that game. So maybe if Dragon Ball Xenoverse died the way that it was supposed to, but because on PC mods are available, and maybe that's why they're trying to implement all these anti-cheat features in the Xenoverse, not because they think there are people online who are actually playing. They need to kill Xenoverse. They need to let that game die so that they can sell Shinobi Strikers. Because like people still are on Xenoverse. They don't give a fuck. They're like, no. And that's why I was saying, if Shinobi Strikers had mod support, then maybe the game would succeed. But the thing is, it's multiplayer only, so I don't really see that happening. And like that's another thing I don't understand what that's all about. Like, and you know what, Jay? I will say that also. The servers for a beta, even if it is just a beta, have to work if it's a
exactly. It's just like if there was any way to guarantee some sales for a game, it's making sure that your beta is at least like playable to a certain extent. Even if you only have to put in some single player stuff, like I could understand if do you guys remember? I don't know if it was Storm 3 or Storm 4. No, Storm 4 had the Hashirama fight at the beginning, but there was Naruto against Kakashi, and Sakura was like assisting or whatever. I think that was Storm 3. And that was like the demo for Storm 3 when it came out. And it was fun. It was fun to play. Like, had they included for Shinobi Strikers just the tutorial of you fighting against Kakashi and going to get the flag and stuff like that, had that been
wasn't there like a Shikaku raid boss mission in the beta or anything?
I don't know. That's what, like that should have been a single player thing. And that would have made me buy the game. I would have been like, fuck yeah, dude, this is awesome. Completely delete the multiplayer. They shouldn't have done the multiplayer in the beta. They should have just did like a Shikaku boss battle and a Kakashi tutorial, and that's it. And then the demo ends. Like then it would have been like, yo, this game is kind of promising. Like,
it's kind of weird because like on one hand you're like it's a closed. It is a closed, not an open beta, but still it's like, but the closed beta is going to be your first impression. Don't put out a closed beta then. Honestly, I would prefer if it's going to be all wonky, don't be like, well, it's a closed beta, so it's allowed to be shitty.
They probably should have did what Gearbox did with Project 1v1 and have you sign an NDA that says you're not allowed to put videos out up until the open beta is available. So I can understand if it was like private closed beta and nobody, like everybody plays the game so that way they can get a test of like, okay, these are all YouTubers and pre-approved people that are playing.
The closed beta on Xenoverse, on FighterZ for Xbox was shitty. Yeah, but
that's Xbox. Nobody cares.
That's Xbox. Right?
Yeah, Xbox. Nobody cares. Xbox is losing to everybody right now.
FighterZ was out, and I was streaming it on PS4. I'll like have my comment section. I'm trying to play on Xbox and it's not working. Like that's why I ended up using because he had his beta on Xbox and he wasn't able to play it. So he was like, "Hey, you want to share the code?" And I'm like, "I don't know you.
I don't know you like that. No, sorry, buddy." Like, but you know what? I think a private closed beta first, so that way they can get the impressions of their pre-approved people. But the problem with giving pre-approved people is because you're gonna give them a check, they're gonna lie to you. because they really want to be invested in your brand and in your product and stuff like that, the first thing they're going to do is tell you, oh yeah, the game is great. It's great. Now, if you get some savage niggas like me, Heavenly Controller, and some other niggas who just don't give a fuck about your check.
I was actually just thinking that too. So, like, I was on Twitter a few hours ago, and I saw thing was like Afro and Rhyme were in Bandai, and they were talking about Dragon Ball Fighters or something. And I was just thinking, like, oh, this is so politically correct, man. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, and when I saw that in that moment, I'm like, man, if I was there, that would not work.
That's why they haven't invited you yet. That's why nobody has invited your ass.
I would have said some dumb shit like you would have had Rhyme and Afro be like, you know what, this mechanic's pretty good, and I would just be like, nah, that looks like trash. They're like, ooh, no.
They would have been like, Heavenly, can we talk to you for a second over here?
We need to talk
to you. Yeah, sure. You put the controller down and you just don't come back.
Edit that interview.
We're like, you need to get out of here.
Edit anything with me in to make sure that, and it just wouldn't be possible. So that's why I'm not mad at them. Honestly, if like you want to put out a game, yeah, you're gonna orient it.
I think that would be how you sell more copies, though. Try to prove the haters wrong. You know, purposely invite these people that trash games. Like just slander games across the board all the time.
When's the last time you seen like Angry Joe Show invited to like to a game?
Never. Ubisoft sends him free shit, but they don't invite him to anything. Like that test in France, they didn't want to invite him, but they invited Ubi Central. They invited the guys from Morning After Kill, who is a Borderlands he was a 2K streamer. Like, you know, he does a lot of 2K published games. You know, Borderlands. That other one that we played, the shitty one.
Battleborn,
yeah, the Borderlands 3 beta, he did that. They invited him to come out and play, and it's like, yeah, we don't know about this. Just because you're inviting a pre-approved like social media person, just because you have iJustine playing your fucking Star Wars game, does not mean your game is good. Like,
you got to get the yes men and women like iJustine, and you got to get those people because but then here's the thing, I can understand if you can sort of prove that, but it's like they don't want to risk that. They'd rather just get people who are going to say yes, whatever, whatnot. Because for me, sure, you can try to prove me that your game is good, but if it's trash, just kick me out. Don't invite me. I'm not gonna lie.
You shouldn't have invited me in the person. Yeah.
Don't even say, oh, you know what? Here, how about this? You can criticize the game, but you know, don't go too hard on it. And then I'll be like, nah, bro. I'm gonna rip that shit a new one.
And then they'll probably have you sign that contract at the beginning. Yeah, you can't talk about it unless it's positive, and they'll slide it to you. And then, you know, sometimes it'll include a bag of money, sometimes it won't. Like, you know, these are just deals that exist. Like, these are brand deals that exist. You know, hey, we want to invite you to this thing. We'll pay you to fly out to San Francisco to come and try our game. We'll pay you to play the game. We'll give you a per diem for a week or whatever, or the weekend. And we'll have you sign this NDA that says, you know, you can't talk badly about our game, but we want you to talk about our game openly on Twitter and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and like Iceman said, yeah, that's why Etika doesn't get invited on Nintendo shit either. Etika's probably the most popular Nintendo YouTuber on the internet, but
he will not hesitate to say your game is shit though. Like,
yeah, because he will not filter himself. He will be like, I mean, he doesn't really even shit on Nintendo games, but he's too
much of a risk of a liability, even on the off chance your game is good.
He's too impulsive. He's like he'll like, you know, He'll like meme your game into oblivion or something. Like, I guess that's not what they want. So like, I remember when Etika was like at some Nintendo event, and he was like in the back room just stealing food. Like, you know, like he just always looks like he's out of place.
But you know what? I have to say, man, it's kind of a thing that you have to gamble on. Like, if you make a good game, you should not have to worry about somebody slandering your game. Much like Bethesda, and this is why I refuse to fuck with Bethesda now. Because telling me, and I will never live this down, telling me, yeah, you can stream the game a few days early if you want, just don't show any spoilers. And then, when I am streaming your game, you not only strike my channel down, but then you strike my stream and you do all this other shit. No, you're not a pre-approved creator. We don't even send out review copies. We don't know how you got it. You must have stolen it. And it's like, Nigga, what? I'm so confused. Like, so this is why I refuse to fuck with Bethesda, because they'll put out these bug-ridden games and shit like that, and they don't want people to know that they're filled with bugs. They don't want people to know that, yes, there's a 13 gigabyte install when you first put the disc in. Like, they don't want people to know this. So I can understand why it's a risk and a gamble to even try to get these social media people on it, especially the honest ones. But if you can get pre-approved people like Rhymestyle, Afro Sinju, fucking Indakuba, Omega Pro, or whoever the fuck you can get, it's like their livelihood is built on playing these specific type of games and getting paid for playing these games. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying that because I know the situation, I'm just smart enough to know what situations are like. So,
like, I remember when I was like a small YouTuber, when I was like 10K subs or whatever, and I was like, oh man, I just want to get these review copies sent to me. I want to get invited to this stuff. And like, but that was because I couldn't really like. But now it's like that was when I couldn't afford to play all those games. So I just wanted to get like, review copies so that I could just play them. But now I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need y'all niggas help. You don't need to send me that shit. I'll just buy myself and talk shit about it when I get it. So
exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I got a plug, man. I can get your game a week early if I wanted to. I can get early distribution.
Yeah, so you can get these YouTubers that upload once a week, and then the rest of their money comes from Bandai, whereas I make a video every day, and I got to grind a little bit more, so I have the freedom to talk shit about stuff. I'm fine with that sacrifice. Sounds like a plan to me.
That's why a lot of people will make a sacrifice to even be that creative on their channel, because you were the first one to take clips and live react the way you do. So you're the first one on the internet. Like, who knew? Try to figure out your way around the copyright system. Even I steal that from you now. So that's something I use.
Just does that shit where they have the 23-minute long live reaction where they just have the timestamp on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then they're just watching it.
So let people figure out, you know, however they want to do something. Let them figure it out on their own. You know, we don't need to be giving secrets away over here, because we're not the ones being invited to shit, but we're the ones pushing the issue and really like breaking the boundary to try and put out new and refreshing content. So, you know,
it's funny too, because before, when I was like sort of a small YouTuber, and I'm like, why are these YouTubers who have less subs than me getting invited to this stuff? I was thinking, okay, maybe I just need to get more subs. They just don't see me yet. That's what I got to do. But then now when I'm at the point where I'm at, like, these niggas see me. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that they were tweeting out the plot thickens about Android 21 after I made that video that got 150,000 views within 24 hours. They did not see that shit. When you Google your own character, my video's at the top. Like, so it's like now it's like they'll like, and I noticed that Nintendo does the same thing with Etika too. They'll subtly reference him, but they won't outright like you know, invite him to stuff or anything like that. That's the same way. Like, oh, I'll see references to my videos on their Twitter, but I'm not gonna get invited to nothing or see shit like that or whatever.
The amount of shade that some of these companies throw is a little disgusting. Like, did I tell you what happened with the Ubisoft debacle when I was having that conversation with Ashraf, the developer of Assassin's 4 and Origins? No. So I was having a conversation with him, and I was talking about the microtransactions from Assassin's Creed Unity, and if the level up system is going to work the same. And then he was like, oh, could you elaborate? And I sent him a, you know, like a video or whatever explaining what I meant by that. And after that, I got blocked by several of the Ubisoft accounts. They unfollowed me. They just completely unfucked with me until like I reached out to the PR lady who I had known before, and she was the one who gave me the free copy of Watch Dogs. And she was like, oh, I'm really sorry, you know, we're gonna correct this mistake, this, that, and the other thing. They just decided, because I decided to trash Assassin's Creed Unity, that, you know what, we are not fucking with Jay no more. No, take him off the list. He's off the white list. Like, he can't get paid for our videos no more.
Damn.
Like, 6 of my previous Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs videos, they suddenly got copyright claims on them, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you niggas just decide to unfuck with me today? Like, it's not my fault you put out a bad game. And just because I call you out on it, you're just gonna shade me like that? That shit was really fucked up. So, you know, for circumstances like that, where even a company that decided to pull me in because I had like less than 1,000 subs, and they wanted to, you know, work with me and stuff because they knew I was gonna grow over time. They knew I was gonna hit like 5, 10, 50, you know, K or whatever over a certain amount of time. They wanted to catch an investment early. But now that I'm speaking the truth about your games and shit, it's like, oh yeah, we don't want to fuck with you now. You know, we don't really want to associate ourselves with you. If Watch Dogs 3 comes out, you know.
All right, hold on here. Wait, I need to show people this. Wait, hold on. Let me just go to the homepage here real quick.
And then make sure to share it on the
yeah,
Discord so that way people on my stream can see it.
So if I go to the...
By the way, shout out to everybody on my stream making fun of
oh yeah,
Deacon
I can
and,
do screen share, can't I?
well,
Wait,
nobody's making fun of
No,
Deacon. Everybody's making fun of Arrow and Renshow.
No, I can't put on my webcam. I don't have lights. So it's
Oh
like,
no, that's
I'm just a
you're paying
dark-ass
attention.
person.
No, you're good. You're paying attention
Look
to
at
the
this.
chat too much. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't pay attention to the chat. So,
oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on.
I was about to say, bro, you better be careful. That hentai folder might pop up.
That's fine.
Yo, where did Arrow go?
And people are asking, yeah, where
Alright,
did Arrow
let's see how
go?
it
Where
is.
did Deacon go? Where
Let's
did
see how it
Renshow
is.
go? Yeah, like I'm getting a lot of those comments, but like I
No,
said,
I'm
don't.
I'm
It
right
is like
here.
does not
I'm
select the
just
right
so
screen.
dark.
What
I'm
the
too
fuck?
dark for this shit.
Okay, so I click on this one.
I don't have lights.
There you go.
This shit is all buggy as fuck, but whatever.
They'll fix it over time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so here I am on YouTube, right? And if I just type in Android 21,
Oh, he's really not letting this go now, is he?
no, I mean I'm just letting you know
Just
that
scroll
these
down a
niggas out
tiny
here,
bit and you'll see
they ain't
yourself.
slick. Okay. So obviously it's like it shifts over time, but like so you got rhyme style is at the top. All right. Prince Vegeta. Okay. Rhyme
And then
style.
also remember,
Okay.
they paid to have your video pushed down.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't want this on the first page, right? What are those titties? What is this?
Is that
Android
a-
21 is thick. Oh, okay.
Thick, you say?
And
Crazy how that works.
and then-
But we'll use it as a
another
meme.
one. Oh.
We'll use it as a meme for our
Yeah.
amusement
look,
on Twitter.
Look, another
though.
one. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this so yeah, so when you have
What did Kai
Android
the Trap
21 is
Ninja
thick,
say? He's trying to get my
And
attention.
I think this one was the same title, but I changed it. Now hold on, let me see how long this would take me to find this. Wait, let me check this. Let me go on Bandai Namco's Twitter and see if I can find this tweet.
Josh
Because
John. What
I
about
remember
Josh
I
John?
retweeted it, but they tweet so often though, it might be pretty far down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, it's still daylight over here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Great.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean,
It's getting dark over here.
West Coast is the best
That
game,
was
bro.
That was the only light I had.
Hey, man,
Yeah, they tweet
you
really
need to
often.
take your
Yeah,
ass
like
to
a
Walmart,
screen.
man, and buy you some $20 lights, sir.
Well, since I'm gonna be staying here for another 2 more months, apparently, I'm. gonna
Oh,
have to.
damn, you're not going to Jamaica? What?
Yeah, I gotta stay here. That's
See,
some
look, I
stupid
told you, bro,
shit.
you were blocking your blessings. I told you to stop talking about that shit. You're gonna jinx it, man. Donald Trump gonna find his way to your house and be like, so, Aaron H., unfortunately, you and your entire family are, I don't know why I'm using Robert De Niro's voice, but hey, you guys are not leaving
Look
the country.
at that. The plot thickens. Oh, how coincidental.
And they use the eyes,
look at
too?
the little googly eyes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
Let's see. Someone
That's-
asked, "What's your YouTube?"
that's
Was
interesting.
JustJaySama? I mean, you just typed it. It's JustJaySama. You answered your own question.
Are you
Congratulations. Thank you guys.
asking-
We don't have numbers. We don't put numbers.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's it. Oh.
21.
Interesting.
Oh.
Hey, I hope she's playable in the game so I can take like
She's
a trap
gonna be playable.
a trap remix of
That's
a
very interesting.
21 Savage video. He just zoomed in. I want to take a trap remix of one of
It's very
21
interesting.
Savage's songs and just like make a compilation video of just he is really going in on this Zoom right
Yeah.
now. He
Not
is
letting
not.
this go.
He is not letting this go. The plot thickens. Okay. The
And
only
they
way.
calling
Okay.
him for shit.
The only way I
just
can
saying,
argue
man. I'm just
that it's
saying.
not a reference to you is if it didn't have a K and if it had 2 C's. Then it would have undoubtedly been a Heavenly Controller shout out. It
No,
would have
what I think what
been
makes it obvious-
undoubtedly like
Okay, what I think what makes it obvious is not only so let's see, what's the date of this? So this is September 21st. And it wasn't this video. I actually changed this title. This was the first one I made was this one.
they robbing you. Who's robbing me?
Who's
This was the
robbing me?
first video that I made, right? So this one was originally titled Android 21 is thick, but I was gonna make a second
What's
video.
up, Black Ninja Senpai? How's it going?
So this is what makes it super obvious, Jay, right? So I made this video and it was at like 150,000. It hasn't really
Mm-hmm.
gained many views since. Hold on, let me turn my screen share back on so everyone can see. Okay, so-
Let's see if I have any lights downstairs.
So this video, it used to be titled Android 21 is thick, but then I changed that title so I can make a separate thick video for her. And that was September 17th. And this video got like 150,000 views like the first day. And then that's when they tweeted out, like 4 days later, oh, the plot thickens. And then put some googly eyes at the word thickens.
Of course.
Hmm.
Of course.
That's
man.
interesting.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works, man. But you know what? I don't sweat it. because it's one of those things where I've explained this before. It like a lot of people have asked me recently, "Oh Jay, what would happen if what Dimitri said, copyright them, Heavenly." What would happen if somebody was stealing your thumbnails and your videos and stuff? And I told people, I'm like, because of the personality that I am, you can steal my entire channel if you wanted to, but you can't replicate the shit that I make. You know what I mean? Like if somebody said, "Hey, we'll pay you $1,000 for this brand deal. Can you make this specific thing? Can you do that?" And they fail because they don't have the experience that I have from doing all this stuff. It's like you really just fucked yourself over. You blacklisted yourself in an entire industry.
So. Shit, you want to see an example of that happening to me, Jay? The exact.
Oh, we're pulling up fraud niggas. Hold on, let me find a couple of mine. Hold up, give me a second.
Yeah. Okay. This might look a little bit familiar to some people.
Oh, is that a 99 hits thumbnail? Hold on, what is that?
Oh,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Isn't that patented by Heavenly Controller?
Oh, that's interesting.
The plot does indeed thicken, my boy.
Oh, look, there's a modern one over here. Okay, there's a Naruto one. Oh, this one actually did get a lot of views. This one got 500,000. But most of the time when he does it, though, it still performs pretty well. But like, okay, he tried to do the Xenoverse one right here.
Like I said, man, people can steal your stuff all they want to, but the second they are put to the test and somebody puts the iron to the dome and they say, "Hey, make me something right now off the top of your head. I need you to do it right now. There's 5K on the table," and you can't perform, it's like, who really fucking did this? Where did you really get this from? Because now it just makes you look stupid. Especially because now that I put myself in every single one of my videos, like you remember that one guy that stole your entire video and then tried to blur you out of it? Like,
oh yeah.
And that shit was fucking hilarious, man. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I think I got that video. I had that video taken down or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. So it's one of those things, man, where it's just like feel free to steal whatever you want. Take your time. Just go ahead and take it. But you can absolutely not fool winners. You can't trick winners at all.
It's like when everybody tries to rip off someone's flow or change, take Future's auto-tune idea or something.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, it's super obvious where you got this from. Like we're just really testing you to see, like, are you gonna admit that you stole this, or are you just gonna keep going about what the fuck you're doing? So, But I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, back to Dragon Ball FighterZ. That game is looking superbly awesome, and I really wish Rensho was here because I wanted to hold this conversation. He and I got into an hour-long argument about whether or not Beerus is a zoning character. Okay, and Lucid was here too. His utter definition of zoning was just the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Isn't zoning just when you like have an ability that keeps someone stuck in a corner or something?
Exactly. That's what it is. It's spamming from a long distance. That is technically zoning right there. And I was trying to tell him that 7 of Gotenks' ultimate attacks are all zoning, my boy. Like, how are you gonna tell? Beerus has one move that could be considered zoning. One move, and that's it. So why is Beerus technically a zoning character? But without going into that fucking thing,
Frieza has some shit like that too.
Frieza is a zoning character. That is his main technique. He's got the Death Beam, the Death Slicer, the Death Ball. Everything Beerus does is rush down compared to a character like Gotenks or Frieza. And I was trying to explain that to him, and he just did not want to get it. And it was like the points he was making was valid for a zoning character, but it was not applying to Beerus. You know what I mean? But I'm actually really excited. Oh look, Arrow got a light. Congratulations, man. The Lord said, "Let there be light," and he found one, man. He ran out and he was like, "I'll be damned if I'm gonna be in this podcast and not be seen. Fuck that shit. I'm too dark for this shit. Okay, I need people to see my milk chocolate. I need people to see the 4K zits on my face, man. All right, that's what I need people to be able to see. So." I would have to say, out of some of my favorite characters that have been revealed for the game, Beerus is obviously my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball.
Man, so that shit at the end when he crosses his legs, he's just like,
fuck with a nigga though. I'm not even tripping, bro.
That was 10% of my power.
I was playing with my left hand, my boy. I was playing with my left hand. So I'm really excited to play as that character. I really want to play Gotenks. I do want to play Goku Black. I don't necessarily want to play as Hit because a lot of his moves are counters, and I'm really shitty at putting 1-frame input counters and stuff like that, and it's going to be super difficult.
Gonna be my character.
Hey man, I know I'm gonna be trash at this game, but I'm gonna have fun trying to figure out how to play and get my ass beat. At the same time,
best believe, yeah. And Rincho actually wanted to do a tournament, a heavenly tournament, if you will, the day the game comes out, and I was like, Rincho,
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a bunch of scrubs who are shittier than me.
Yeah, I was like, Rincho, you know you're gonna get bodied. He was like, I don't fucking care. Like, so it's at the top, and he admitted it. He's just is gonna be Jay, Arrow, then Heavenly, then whoever else comes after. We gotta, by the way, make sure to go donate to Deacon so that way he can get him a new PS4 so he can actually play with us. Yeah, so shout out to Deacon.
I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's basically the way to get. Yeah, exactly. So you know, Arrow needs a PlayStation 4 too. So you know, please go donate. I mean, he's got to sell. He's over there trying to dab and still do it at the same time. You fucking weirdo. So I'm really looking forward to those characters. I don't know who you guys are playing. Heavenly, who are you looking to play? Like top 3 characters.
Heavens. I mean, see, I wanted to play with
the Tournament of Heavens. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Patent that. Hold on to that shit.
That's good.
That's a good one. Yeah. Now. Yeah, it is the tournament. Welcome to the first Tournament of the Heavens.
if anything, what I would want to probably do, like, cause you know, I'm a masochist. I like torturing myself. I would probably want to play with Trunks just because I'm the shittiest with him. But like, I want to get good with him. Like that's why I play. That's why I play with Genji in Overwatch, because he's impossible to play. Like I'm trying to
Says
fucking
the guy who gets play the game 6 out of 10 times he plays a match.
I'm trying because like his heat dome attack is like a grab.
Genji or Symmetra, and I'm just like, can you just not play those characters?
Like Trunks' ultimate attack is a grab, and you have to be like fucking like you have to basically be able to be within dick grabbing distance in order to get him.
This is where you and I are gonna have an issue because playing Beerus, his level 3, the Hakai is a grab. So
we're gonna be all each other's ass trying to grab each other.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, we're just gonna see. You're just gonna see this a bunch of times. Like it's just trying to grab.
Yeah.
Be playing a lot of footsies.
I'll be playing hit.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, Trunks is definitely the most interesting because like I feel like he plays differently from everybody because most of the characters, even Cell, like they have like even if the animations look different, most of the characters is like they have a Kamehameha attack, and then like which is like one of their supers, and then their ultimate is usually a bigger Kamehameha.
Some bigger
or like
beam.
a bigger beam of
it's
some
a
sort.
bigger
Like,
blast.
Yeah, it's a projectile.
yeah, like even with Vegeta, he has his little I think his regular is his super. I think he like shoots a bunch of barrage of beams, and then his ult is the final flash, right? So big beam, bigger beam, Galagun, big beam, and then with Trunks,
except for Yamcha because he goes in
the air, he's slicing them up. You know, he's over here weaving ninjutsu and shit. So yeah, Trunks is definitely.
Hey,
one of the ones
man,
that
you know what? When the game comes out, I think people are sleeping on Yamcha because he looks like he's one of the rawest
characters.
Yeah,
I like also
like
what
his
I like about
juggles
fighters
are fucking like whoa, like you do not want to fuck with a Yamcha player who knows what he's doing. Like when I see a Yamcha, I'm getting nervous. Either you know what you're doing, or you're like you're either a pro or you're a scrub playing Yamcha. So you know it's like
one hour about fighters, and fighters is doing something that I feel like a lot of Dragon Ball games have neglected to do for years. Is that it allows you to take a character that is complete garbage in the actual canon and make them useful, because there are some games, and like if you try to play with Yamcha or Tien in Xenoverse, or even back in the older games like in Tenkaichi or in Burst Limit or whatnot,
you're getting fucking tossed.
Yeah, because it'll either be their stats or like they'll actually make them weaker stat-wise, like just unfair amounts, or their moves, like the moves themselves will be super overpowered. Like for example, in Naruto, obviously the stats are all equal, but they'll give the most overpowered ass attacks to the most popular characters, whereas Tenten can just throw knives at
Tenten just throwing kunais and not doing shit. You can just dash.
Yeah, like shit. I mean, Naruto the Storm series kind of allowed you to be like good with less popular characters, but they still catered the other characters. They still gave them more overpowered attacks. So what I feel like Fighters allows you to do is that if you want to play with Tien and you want to whoop a fucking Super Saiyan Blue Goku's ass, it's a possibility, and you're not going to be it's not gonna be against your favor or whatnot. Exactly. So I definitely like that.
That's why I was saying like certain characters would be very, very practical to see in this game. Like I would love to play as Videl. Master Roshi would be dope to play as.
Put Videl in the game for sure.
Bulma is not out of the question because just put a jetpack on her and she's bopping your ass. Like, dude, seriously, like there's a handful of characters.
A suit on her.
Yeah, somebody was trying to tell me the other day like it would be dope to have General Tao in the game. General Tao used to be one of the rawest niggas in Dragon Ball. Like he smacked the fucking pillar, threw that shit up in the air, there and then jumped on it to fly away. Like, this nigga is raw as fuck. Okay, there is no way you can't tell me that General Tao was not one of the dopest niggas in all of Dragon Ball. So I would love to see him. The cross-chop Indian guy from Dragon Ball, Oob, could be in the game. You know, like,
I mean,
there are so many other.
I would prefer for them to get all the Dragon Ball Z characters in before putting in Fighters characters. I mean, putting in Dragon Ball characters. But
I mean, it's the same. It could be the same thing with GT characters. You know, if people were fighting, oh, Omega Shenron should be in the game. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should be in the game. Put Pan in the game. I'm okay with Pan being in the game. She's dope. Pan is absolutely a great character. Like, she does not fuck around. You know, give her like a Giru assist and shit like that, dude. She would be raw as fuck. So, you know, I'm just saying it would be really great to have like weird characters in there, because normally when you see Dragon Ball games, like you said, they emphasize those like main characters: Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, like all the hardcore main characters, Cell, Frieza, Majin Buu. It'd be interesting to see characters like Yakon, Dabura, fucking, I guess not like Blueberry or whatever, one of like the Frieza henchmen or some shit like that. That would be fucking weird.
Blueberry.
But, you know, it would also be great to have like Android 13, Android 14, and 15. Those are great characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like small offset fodder characters that would be great to have in the game. So, you know, it's different to have like an aspect of smaller, lesser known characters be somebody's main. You know what I mean? Like, how many niggas are you gonna say, oh yeah, my main is Goku? It's like, yeah, that's great.
It looks like Zamasu. I think he might be a support-only character for Goku Black, right?
Yeah, he is. The only other thing that people could probably argue is that fused Zamasu might be in the game. And there's also people saying that Broly is pretty much a confirmed character because of the family Kamehameha. Yeah, that was used in the second Broly movie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm okay with Broly being in the game. I don't want them to kind of separate Kale and Kefla. I mean, Kale, Khalifa, and Kefla. I think Kefla should just be in the game, just like how they did Goten and Trunks. Instead of including both of them, they just put Gotenks in there. Because you can't... Nobody wants to play as just Trunks. Nobody wants to play as just Goten. Put them both. Really. Yeah, just fuse them together. Like, they're two characters that are like, meh. But if you fuse them together and put Gotenks in there, now you have a relevant character. And because it's hard to choose between Kefla and Khalifa, because Hit is already in there, you don't want to put too many characters from Universe 6. It's like, all right. And if you put Broly in the game, so now you have Kale and Broly, and it's like, let's not do that. That's tossing the roster around a little bit too much and not keeping it practical.
Like how Android 18 is, you can have Khalifa at point.
Yeah, but then you could put all three characters together. You could have Kale, Khalifa, and Kaba.
Make Kale, Khalifa, and Kaba all one character.
Yeah, exactly. Have them like different. Yeah, like when you're doing beams and like blast attacks, Kaba will come out and he'll do like a Gallic gun or something. But when you're doing physical attacks, have Kale come out. You know, like Khalifa's the main character. You know, because jiggly titties, and you know, like. That's how you could do it. You could do it that way. Or you could do Kefla, where at the beginning of a fight, they like throw each other earrings and they fuse together and form Kefla. And then you're fighting that way, just like how Gotenks does the fusion dance before you fight as him. So, you know,
I don't know. See, that's kind of interesting though, because for like, I feel like Kaba, Kefla, and Kale, I can't really see any of them being supports for the opposite for the other characters, so I think they would have to make them separate characters if they put them in the game, or rather just don't put them in the game.
Or just yeah, exactly, don't put them in the game because you can't choose because they're all fan favorites, you know.
Well, like, I wouldn't say they're fan favorites. I would say that they're all like, because I would still think they're all pretty fodder characters. I think Kefla is the only one that was kind of like in a combination of all of them to the most accurate degree.
Exactly.
Kaba is just basically a discount Vegeta. He has the similar abilities. Like, I don't need.
Well, after you get your ass kicked by the Prince of all Saiyans, and he's just like, I want you to know that I'm the best, and then it's just like, yes, Vegeta Senpai, he's gonna copy all of his moves, because you know when you look at characters like Tarable is terrible. Why is he even a canon character? So and then he also has a Gallic gun because he emulates that from Vegeta because he looks up to Vegeta. So I could understand Trunks looks up to Vegeta. So he's gonna copy the Gallic gun. He's gonna copy the Final Flash. Like he's gonna copy that stuff. Is that Rencho?
That's Rencho.
Oh, welcome back, brother Rencho. What's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, you just got zoned out by Beerus. That's what it was, huh?
See my face.
Then you not want to do this conversation?
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, you know, Dragon Ball FighterZ is presenting this opportunity to take fodder characters and make them popular and make people, like, that's their main, you know, and I love that about this game. So, and then,
yeah.
I'm just waiting for Reddit's.
Yeah, Arrow's waiting for Raditz. Apparently Raditz is Arrow's favorite character. I didn't know that.
It's my favorite character.
Yeah.
So all the hairs drop down to their kneecaps. That's why.
Hey man, you know one of my favorite characters is Nappa, bro. That's it, because Nappa has the strong. Nappa has that strong finger game, bro. He's just make a bitch explode. So you know.
Listen, I'm trying to be King Vegeta, okay? So.
All right, now you need to calm the fuck down. I think you are doing the fucking most. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Next thing you know, you got niggas hoping for Cybermen.
I'm trying to be fucking Fasha. What are you talking about?
You playing too much. You playing too much, man. This is.
I'm trying to be the farmer with the shotgun. Okay, that's what I mean.
Okay, that meme is dead. Okay, can we just not do that one? Another game, because I know we were talking about.
PyCon, okay.
Yeah, you know what? I hope he's in the game. Yeah, either PyCon, Tapion, you know, like, and Tapion's ultimate is he turns into Harudagon. Wow, I just created a character. Holy shit.
I'm trying to hit a nigga with that hyper tornado. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that would be dope. You know, and then we talked about the My Hero game for a second. I'm excited to see more of that game, but I feel like that game is so early in development, we don't need to be seeing anything about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Yeah,
if I can't play Paragus, we out.
If I can't play as Paragus, you know what? I respect that. I'm trying to play My Hero. I don't know if they're trying to go with like a Storm-style fighting game, if it's going to be an arena fighter. It looks like a 2D fighter.
It's Gunslinger Stratos with a hero skin. That's what it is.
It looks like it plays like J-Stars.
J-Stars?
Please don't say that.
I mean,
it does.
It's okay. I'm not.
So people have been talking this shit about that 7 Deadly Sins game that you wanted to play, Rencho. What do you have to say about that?
I hate that anime. I'm okay with it.
But Rencho, aren't you the one who told me to buy the game?
Yeah, no, I just want to play it for like the multiplayer.
Bro, I put the money down and everything. Like, what's happening?
Can go eat a dick. Like, I hate that series.
And Rencho has no logical explanation for why he doesn't like it. Same with why do you not like Assassination Classroom again? Did you mention why you didn't like that?
I did at first, but then by the end it got really stupid. Like just a lot of shit didn't make sense.
I don't know why. Do you have a reason why you don't like 7 Deadly Sins, or you just don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, he just doesn't like it.
Fair enough, I guess. All right.
And you watched the whole thing though, right? Like, did you see the whole anime?
This man said, "Where are my glasses?" And like,
touched his face. If Rensho doesn't like an anime, he'll still watch the whole thing for some reason. But
I mean, that's how Rensho gets down, man. So.
But I can understand how you feel about Assassination Classroom though, because some shows like Future Diary. I mean, Future Diary was always stupid, but like I started to hate it towards the end though. Like, it just got so retarded. When you found out it was like this time paradox shit in Future Diary, for those of you guys who haven't watched that anime, so like, I mean, a lot of people have a synopsis. You know, there's Yuki, the chick with the pink hair. She's a crazy bitch who likes knifing niggas and shit, and she's obsessed with, or not Yuki. Yeah, they're all wise. What's her name? Wait, what'd you say?
Yuno,
yeah, Yuno Gasai. That's right. And Yuki, she just has she just has horny nipples for him for no reason, and even though he's like fucking like quiet as shit. But apparently she had fallen in love with him in another timeline, and she won the Holy Grail War. I don't know whether the fuck they're doing the Future Diary battle. Or whatever.
Pretty much Holy Grail War. Wow.
To become God. Yeah. So she won, and then but everyone died, so she went back in time to relive it. So she's from the future or some shit. So she killed. Did she like end up killing herself so that she could replace her or something? Or
she went to an alternate reality where she did.
Yeah, she murdered herself because they were like, why are there 3 skeletons in the house, and one of them was her.
herself and her family, and then like make that was
and then they go back in time a third time, and then like it just gets super retarded. And then apparently they made like an OVA or like an OVA sequel, like the show what happened after that. But like Future Diary just was retarded. I mean, it was already stupid. Like you had just like random rape for no reason, just for dramatic effect, and fucking.
I mean, that's how rape works. Surprise factor.
It was just a dumb show. It was just bad. And meanwhile, I don't know why people are hitting on
Big
King's
Order
game.
was pretty lit.
No, Big Order is extra trash.
I'm just saying, it was a good fucking sequel. It was pretty lit. It was like all like the return of Yuno, but like with stands. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, Fairy Tail turned to trash too. Don't watch that. Watch the episode 176 and then drop that piece of shit because it gets worse.
That's a lot of anime.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. Don't worry, Jay. I've learned the way to get you to watch shows, Jay. I have to get focusing on one at a time. I'm just gonna keep saying watch Hunter x Hunter until you finish that.
Hey, man. You know, I was on episode 11 before I stopped watching because I got busy with a whole lot of depression. So you know.
Yo.
I don't know. You seem to find time to watch those shitty Dragon Ball Super episodes, Jay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's because I'm doing it during a live stream, and I need.
But then again, Hunter x Hunter is Hunter x Hunter even on any
Netflix
streaming
It's
services?
on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
and Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll too.
I don't think so.
It is.
Really?
It is.
Yeah. How do you think I was watching it before?
Netflix.
That's what I'm watching Seven Deadly Sins on.
See, Netflix be doing that shit where they don't put all the episodes on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hunter x Hunter is on Crunchyroll. I guess the reason why I didn't know if it was on Crunchyroll or not is because when I watched it, it wasn't on Crunchyroll. I watched it on Kiss Anime or something.
Yeah.
That's how
And
that
so,
shit you like.
so you know, I can only watch like certain things at a time in Dragon Ball Super because look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm trying to get views. I'm trying to get fucking subs because I'm just tired of seeing other niggas do stupid shit and get views for it. So I'm like, you know what? I could do stupid coon shit and get views for it. So yeah, exactly.
In fact, I had come to this realization. Like the other day where I'm like, you know what? I'm like people will still accuse me of doing stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm not being scummy enough. I'm not trying to get views as hard as I could.
Exactly.
I could try harder. And I thought, I was like, why don't I try harder?
Because think of everybody else doing stuff way worse than you and not getting views. So
because I can easily do all of the easy view shit and still do what I want and balance them out. So
exactly,
you know what,
just do both.
I'm gonna start live reacting to Boruto again, starting tomorrow.
You know what? Wait. Here's the thing though, and I was telling Deacon about this. I was telling Deacon and Dimension about this on Twitter. Well, I think it was just Dimension or Rensho or. Dimension was there, and I was telling him how the last 3 episodes of Boruto were actually pretty good because Kakashi was in them, and this nigga was just like, he made the scene when he showed up because it would be Boruto fucking around with his friends or something, and they're doing the graduation exam or whatever, and so they're getting ready to go into the movie stuff, and so I was like, yo, this is looking pretty good. And Kakashi dressed up as one of the like teachers or whatever to test the kids. Right after that, he like took his mask and his hair off and shit. And I was like, oh shit, it's my boy Kakashi. And then in the next episode, he was like, listen, Boruto, I understand that you're kind of a prodigy. You're kind of a genius or whatever, but you're really the least promising out of all of these kids here. And he was like, wait, what? Like, but I'm a genius. Like, I don't understand. Like, I got the Byakugan, this, that, and the other thing. And he's just like, you're the worst. You are absolutely the worst out of everybody. You are the one person that, yeah, you are trash. You are the one person that I would not graduate out of this. And I'm disappointed in all of these kids. And I was like, yes, Kakashi, tell him. So they're doing
he's a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So they're doing the bell thing on last week's episode and this week's episode that's coming up tomorrow. And Kakashi, instead of holding 2 bells, he only holds 1. So I want to see what is going to happen going into this because I know Mitsuki is trying to help Boruto pass.
Wait, you didn't see it like the ending? I thought it was
over. I saw it. And Mitsuki, I think he teased Sage Mode last week because he was fighting Shino and like they cut away from the fight. And then when you go back to it, Shino's all beat up and shit and the trees are cut down. Like there was an entire forest that Mitsuki had leveled. And you could tell it was him because Shino was all cut up and shit and he was like beat up. But Mitsuki didn't have a scratch on him. And it was like, oh shit, what is this little snake nigga doing? Like, oh fuck. Like it's looking kind of hype. And I'm really looking forward to see where they're going.
Wait, I swear,
just the last 3 episodes. Just the last 3 episodes, nothing else. Just the last 3.
I don't remember this, Jay. Like,
no, I remember it because he ended up it was him and Boruto and they ran into Shino and he was like go ahead and go because Kakashi's at the tree. And so Shino pulled out his bug armor and it was like he like covered himself in bugs and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to have to take myself more seriously." And he like shot lightning at him and I was like, "Oh shit."
Rencho missed this episode.
Yeah, I was like
I haven't watched. I don't remember.
I was like, "Oh, Mitsuki, I didn't know he knew lightning style, snake style and all these other styles and shit." And so Shino was like, "Looks like I'm going to have to get serious." And he had bugs come out of his fucking like his neck. Like he had bugs coming out, like covering him up, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to get lit." But then they skipped over that part, so we didn't get to see that fight. So I was a little like, I guess. So you know, to do scumbaggy shit to get views, bro. Honestly, like I'm doing it. I don't fucking care because if it brings
I mean, is it really scumbaggy? Because it's gonna be dope shit. It's just
exactly. I mean, it's not like I'm clickbaiting people to watch a dick on the screen and just I'm jerking myself off or something like that.
Basically, what it is that like there's some stuff that like I know will get more views, but I'm like, but I want to make this instead, you know. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sort of supplement. And I remember when I first got my channel back, when I lost my channel, when my channel got terminated, and then I got the Heavenly Productions channel, this channel that we're on right now. I was like, okay, I need to get my
which he has 30,000 subs on, by the way. So I just want to remind people.
I'm like, I need to get these subs back as fast as possible. I need to get back to my 90,000 subs that I had before my channel got taken down. So I was being more aggressive with making videos that would only get views. So I was making a bunch of live reactions and a bunch of stuff like that. And then but then when I got my channel back, then I split back into that comfort zone. I'm like, all right, now I can just chill and just make videos and whatever. I'm like, no, we can't.
But what's great is you can do both. You have totally. I mean, you have the time now. But
I can do like live reaction, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video.
And so good, yeah. Such a good game.
Because even if people are subscribed to you, and I've talked to Yaya and Eternal about this, even if the people that are subscribed to you are not necessarily watching those videos, 60% of my audience watching my videos are brand new people. So if 60% are watching this new video that I didn't plan to get views on. It's not a clickbait video. It's just, you know, me playing some fucking Overwatch or some shit, and I get a couple hundred views on it. And then when I do a Boruto or a Fighters video or something, then I get 5,000 views on it. It's like I got a lot more people watching the stuff that I'm doing. Like whenever I want to do a voiceover video or Deacon, like today's our our storytime stream this morning. We had like 30 people in the stream, and I was like. Great. I was like, there's no clickbait thumbnail, there's no nothing. It was just 30 people that had showed up. Oh yeah, I'm from that video.
Because those videos are a necessity to grow. It's like you can't see. Like the thing is that, and like I was saying, it's like I get in this comfort zone sometimes, but like you know, you can't allow that to happen. That's why I'm always saying sometimes I have to get some shit has to fuck me up to make me get more aggressive. Because really, what those videos do is that it puts your line out into the water. You know, it brings in those audiences, and then that's how you kind of catch people. Some they come in for that video and then they leave, they go back to what they were doing. Some come in like, oh, like this guy makes dope shit, I'm staying, I'm gonna subscribe. So you do make those videos, and the thing is that the videos that get less views actually make more because those videos are for the subs, and the majority of your subs are watching those videos. I think that most people who subscribe to my channel and stay, they don't watch every live reaction because they don't need to. They like, okay, I get it, I've seen this before. I want to see you do different stuff. I want to see you make gameplay videos or videos that I don't normally see you make. So those videos usually make more AdSense than my live reactions because I'll get people who actually sit and they'll watch the whole thing. You know, it gets more attention, it gets more interaction. They'll probably be more likely to like the video. And then the videos with the live reactions, those videos might not make as much, but they get more views, and then they end up making the same amount, but they don't make as much in like ratio to how many views that it gets. Is what I'm saying. Like I'll make a video that's like,
I think it makes up for it. I think it makes up for it in clout with people. That's what it is.
Yeah, and then you get more subs, and then they'll go and watch the other videos. Like, let's say I make a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video, and it gets 15,000 views, and in those 15,000 views, it makes $100. But then I make a Xenoverse video that gets 90,000 views, but then it makes the same amount. But they had like drastically different amounts of views. It's kind of like that. That's what ends up being the case. So I kind of have to make those videos to bring in the subs, and then then they'll watch the other stuff too. So,
which I'm glad
I had to remind myself to do that because I stopped doing that a lot sometimes.
Yeah, which I'm glad definitely like that's something that I figured out because, you know, I've told people time and time again, I'm owning it now. Like I'm doubling down on the shit that I actually want to do. I was telling people, yeah, I'm an actor, I'm a voice actor, I'm a writer, producer, director, you know, all this other shit, and even you know, I was talking with Deacon about it. He's like, yeah, man, you know, we could definitely do it. So that's why I brought Deacon in on the story time stuff because, you know, it'll help Deacon, you know, get along with like, you know, maybe Deacon wants to write a story or something like that because, you know, he just doing it. Yeah, he's already doing stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I might as well put the team around me of people that already want to do stuff, and then we kind of just build off of that. You know what I mean? So it made it easier for me to do what I want and to also do what I have to do, because I think it's great that people for me, speaking from my perspective, I think it's great that people put out, you know, funny little Instagram skits for 2 minutes and stuff like that. But when it comes to like testing how creative you are, like can you come up with stuff on the fly, it's like nobody does that on YouTube. Like the only person that really does that is Jack's Films. Like he's a perfect example. He does the yai every single day, and you know he'll take questions from the previous video and just make up funny shit about stuff. So I came up with this idea. Why don't I do that just for stories? You know, think of it like freestyle rap, but you're doing stories instead. And so today was our first day doing it, and me and Deacon killed it. Like, it was, that shit has like 500 views on it now, and I'm like, oh man, like, I wasn't expecting it to do this
find
well.
a video idea that you can just loop around and just keep recycling until like and then it just builds on itself.
Exactly.
And like definitely like you have some YouTube channels. I remember like Sniper Wolf's channel was basically just based off of her answering questions. Like she had her Ask a Wolf series, and all she did was just answer questions every week, and that was like her most popular series or whatnot. So yeah, that's definitely a good effective thing to do. But I just want to get to the point too. I want to get on basically. I feel like the ultimate status, the ultimate level that you get is where Video Game Donkey is at right now. Where where
he can make a video about anything.
Yeah, he just makes whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to put out consistent videos. He just puts out a video out once a week.
Quick thing. Renshaw, I want to let you know your camera's out of
blurry as hell.
Yes.
This man looks like the fucking
weird Vaseline
exorcist over there.
You okay over there, Renshaw?
I can't turn off the autofocus.
You falling asleep?
I don't know what to get in this.
What you're using your
what is it
Logitech,
auto-focusing on?
You're using your
automatically defaults to this thing. This is why this camera's so ass.
Which one are you using? The Logitech that you have, or?
No, this is an old one. I don't know what this brand name camera is.
Oh, I was gonna say go into your settings and you should have like a menu where you can turn that off.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, see, there we go. Yeah. Rensha's in focus now.
What you probably have to do to fix it, you probably have to just like put your hand on the camera and then pull it away. Because like a lot of times my camera, when I first turn it on, like when I'm trying to get my chroma key to work, it won't work right away because I'll be all yellow and shit. And I'll just put my hand on it and then I take it away and then it'll just readjust the light and shit.
Mine, but yeah, but autofocus turned off.
But yeah, but then obviously someone like Donkey, he was making his League of Legends videos, and so his original sub base were League of Legends fans, and then he had a certain amount of numbers where he started to attract League of Legends fans on his channel, and then he's sort of transitioned over time. You know, he didn't drop League of Legends altogether, but he eventually transitioned over. So, and then you have someone like Jax Films, who just basically he just became he just made a few popular videos, and then it's got that series, so you always know what you're getting. That's another thing too about if you have a channel like Jax Films, you have a certain level of consistency, so you know what you're getting. So you're everyone subscribe to you are all subscribing for the same thing. Like for my channel, and it's just kind of like a double-edged sword. On one hand, I reach a lot of different audiences because I make so many different types of videos, but then on the other hand, it's not niche, so it sort of is kind of spread out over the spectrum. I don't know how many views each video is going to get because different people are subscribing to me for different reasons. Which
hey man, it's easy. It's definitely fun to test those things, especially when you have 100,000 subs.
I mean, like there's more flexibility for that though. So I prefer
fucking
that.
Deacon, he's just like, you bitch.
So, but I feel like if you have someone like Donkey, like he's very spread out as well. But the thing is that once that's why I say I want to get on his level to where now it's like you're not really watching for what he's making videos on. You just want to hear Donkey talk about some shit. That's what it ends up becoming down to. Because like I'll watch videos that Donkey makes that he's reviewing some movie that I've never even fucking heard of or seen, or some game. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But it's like you don't care what the video is. Donkey uploaded a video and I'm going to watch it. That's what it comes down to. It doesn't matter what the thumbnail looks like, what the title is, or what the video's about. It's going to get watched because it's a Donkey video. So once you have that much,
I think the real question is when is Renshaw gonna upload again? That's the real burning.
Yeah,
question.
when is slow motion 2, Renshaw?
Oh yeah, when is slow motion 2? Yeah, I'm waiting on that. That's gonna be dope.
D comes back.
Oh man.
So never okay.
Yeah. That's
stop holding your breath. Don't worry about it.
You know what's really like funny though is like Renshaw makes great content when he makes it. Like that's what's so interesting. It's like
Renshaw probably got more subs than everybody in the stream put together right now. Like
yeah, sure.
You figure everyone in the stream has 1 to 3 subs. So if you add up all 200 of them,
yeah, I guess so.
They still got less subs than Renshaw.
You got 200 people in your stream. I got 18 over here. So
listen, be happy with what you got.
Yeah, but I'm serious, Renshaw. Like you know, you and I have had conversations about it before, man. Like I mean, you're doing the EMT thing now, right?
I feel like Kev, like, oh my god.
Kev? You're fighting with your sexuality at this point?
I still need to watch that latest episode of Shameless.
Oh man, it was great.
Like, somebody took Renshaw's name. What the fuck is this?
Just having 2 Adonises. It's like looking at myself in this camera. Like, yes.
Yeah, what game is this?
I mean, hey, Renshaw, you know, that's a thing, man. Because I remember talking to you about, you know, you putting out content and wanting to do more, like, film stuff. Like, did you still want to do that, or you just kind of, like, throwing it to the side? You were just like, ah, whatever.
I still want to do that.
Oh man, shoot.
Oh.
You have a timetable
Rencho,
in which you want to try doing
Rencho,
that?
somebody trying to steal your clout, bro.
Ooh.
There's other Renchos now. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna turn on screen share real quick. Wait. Because before, when you would search Rencho, you would just get Rencho. Now we got all these
that
posers
weird
over
ass
here.
kid that was the first. Then it was me.
Now
Let me see.
Now we got this nigga over here, Renzo, and he over here with his 165,000 subs and making League of Legends videos, trying to take his name.
165,000 subs. Hold on, let me focus.
That's a
participant.
Hispanic YouTuber though.
Whoa, hey,
Wow.
calm down.
Then we got this nigga Rensho over here with this.
Oh, wow.
This guy didn't even. This guy just straight up Rensho. He didn't even try to hide
You
it.
just took your damn name, man.
I still got more subs, so I'm winning.
Why is this video just titled Rensho? That's interesting as well.
Rensho fail moments. That's interesting. People make
know,
very
why is that
interesting
even on
content on
there?
YouTube.
That was pretty.
Well, this is
garbage. That
Rencho's
was a
actual
garbage
video.
thumbnail.
Well, no, I meant the one underneath that. Like that's just weird. That's just
Type
some,
arrow now,
yeah. Some people
comes up.
have some issues, man. Some people have some fucking issues, bro. So,
Alright.
but hey, Rencho, look, man, I'm looking. If you want, I don't know what your schedule is like, but let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday. If you want to do story time with me and Deacon, you're more than welcome to do
Yeah,
that.
man, come do it. It's fun.
Yeah, like
See, here's what you got to do for Rencho, right? You got to give him some training wheels. You got to sometimes just turn on your whatever time you're in the Discord, just turn on record. And then just take a bunch of, like how I would do the Heavenly Kings videos, just take a bunch of shit Rencho says, and then just edit it down.
that's how
So
we
just-
were doing it today. I mean, we were just shooting the
and then
shit,
just
basically.
send him that
like,
shit and be like, upload this to your channel. Because like Rencho, you don't even need to like take it. Oh, let's just take the best parts. No, just take everything Rencho says. Just take a 15-minute stream. It'll just be like a series. Rencho says, right? Just 10 minutes of Rencho.
Rencho, yeah, funny shit that
Because,
Rencho
like,
says. Yeah.
When I'm going through and editing a stream where I went to the bathroom for 10 minutes, Rencho will just go on just whatever the fuck, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rencho, your time. I think it'll be 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock your time. If you're free on Thursday, you can come through, bro. You're more than welcome to, join me and Deacon for story time. It's kind of just ad-libbing, which you're good at.
I don't even want to think about what Rencho would throw in the mix.
Rencho, first
yeah.
video idea. I got you, right? Here's your first video, Rencho. Overwatch theory. Widowmaker has a dick. You can just
Man,
inform
he
the
get
masses.
demonetized to hell.
I mean,
Nah.
listen,
Not if I replace the
demonetization.
word dick for hit.
Demonetization doesn't mean anything when you're not making any money on YouTube. Let's be
Right.
Right.
Every time my videos get demonetized or claimed,
Damn,
I'm
he
just
goes
like,
from making 0.0001 cents to 0.00001
yeah,
cents.
exactly. So I used to make a nickel a day. Now I'm getting like 3 cents. So it's like, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like it's
On
all
the
about
dollar?
clout. Yeah, on the dollar. Yeah, on the dollar, bro. But and
my
then
channel get taken
I
down?
call myself being smart and signing with the MCN because they give me a 90-10 split, and I was like, all right, great. So instead of 3 cents now, I'm making 2. So
Did you say did your channel get taken down?
did
I
it?
wouldn't be surprised.
You fell for the picture I posted. In
This channel has no content. Oh, Rencho, did you private all your videos or something?
No, he didn't. I was making fun of him.
I was about to say, that's weird.
Man, that reminds me of when Nightshade posted some link in the Discord, and it was someone's YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah,
And the
that
way
was-
he phrased it, I thought it was mine. And I clicked on it, it was like, this channel has been terminated. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, my chest. Like,
Yeah. So.
and Nightshade's like, no, that's someone else.
Nice
Somebody
shit in a
else.
long time.
All right, but I kind of
I know,
want to
man.
wrap stuff up because I got to get out of here in a little bit. Is there anything
Like
any
a
of you guys want to
condom.
plug real quick? Rencho, I know you don't have any videos coming out anytime soon. What about you, Deacon? You streaming today or
I'm probably streaming tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning? All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Arrow? Are you finally putting out some videos before the end of 2017?
Yes, I will.
Oh.
YouTube.com/C/arrow.
Man, Nightshade be getting hella views. Shit, that shit still baffles me, man. He
Yeah.
just stopped, too. Nightshade's the only nigga that I know who'll be like, man, you know what? YouTube's too easy. I'm bored of this shit.
That's easy mode. So.
Yeah, right.
Arrow, since you have
only
videos coming out,
150,000 views per video?
is there anything that you can sneak preview? Anything specific that you're working on, like an Overwatch video or something?
New
like
vlog.
that? New vlog.
I'm not even starting on anything right now.
No, so you don't have anything coming out, is what you're saying.
Well,
I mean, he's
I
got.
say I wasn't.
Here we go. Let's see what Jay's been doing. Let's go to
I've
Jay's.
been
Oh,
uploading.
Jay does something every day, bro. It's every day, bro.
every month.
Yeah, every day I got something coming out, man. I
Every
have
5
to.
months, he got something.
Yeah, you got to click on that videos tab. What are
Let's
you
see
doing?
about that.
Click on that videos
Let's
tab.
see about
bro.
that.
Every day is
He's
something.
streaming? Oh, this man streaming?
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Look at them view counters,
Last
bro.
time I checked this shit, this wasn't the case. Jay was talking about how he uploaded every day, and it was like last upload a week ago.
I was trying to tell you, man. I was trying to tell you every day. Yeah. Every day, man.
Oh, I know what you be. Jay be doing that bullshit where he just streams for 10 minutes and turns it off.
Hey! Don't you fucking demean my content creation, you bitch.
You know how hard it is to press the stream button?
Yeah, it takes a lot to decide to just, hey, let me stream this video real quick. Because there was a Moira video I did. I don't know how many views it's at now. And that was a live stream.
Why am I wearing that shirt?
Yeah, that was a live stream. The Dragon Ball Fighters thing yesterday was a live stream. That has 500 views on it. The thing before
Jay.
that has a couple hundred views. What is it? Why he wait to do this at wrap-up time?
Look at Rencho's bougie-ass Storm 3 shit on his wall.
You see that shit?
Don't nobody own that shit.
Man,
no
this
more,
nigga
man.
wakes up to Storm 3 every day. Look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got Storm Revolution on his wall, too. What the fuck?
All the day.
Wow.
My shirt.
Oh, you flexing, huh? You flexing.
Man for life.
You flexing shit. Okay, I see you. Hold on. What?
Oh,
I ain't got nothing to flex over here, bro. Hold on. Matter of fact.
She was on me.
Hey, check this out, Rencho. Check this out. I got something for you. Pow. Look at this. Look at this fresh ass chicken sandwich in here, my nigga. Half-eaten chicken sandwich. Fuck with me. Let's go.
I'm hungry now.
Branding. This is Jack in the Box, by the way. They paid me to eat this shit.
Hey, I got you. Look. I got you that empty Taco Bell cup. What you know about that shit?
Oh,
Look at this.
you got me beat.
is
Excuse
white
me.
as fuck.
I had a Burger King cup
Holy
yesterday,
shit.
by the
Yeah.
way.
But there's something nerds right here. Hold up.
I got that
but-
vintage ESP Mystic Silver Edition right there.
shit,
Look at
man.
that.
Ew, put that away. That's dead.
We flexing. Hold on. Look at this broken ass
Look, I got a bullet. That's not that
MacBook
shit.
that I've been carrying around since
Broken
college.
ass.
Yeah, this
Gotta
shit.
be broke.
Yeah,
Yo,
this shit don't even
fuck.
work no more, man. I've been trying to figure out how to get this bitch working forever. So, you know, if anybody knows a guy, hook your boy up. But anyway, what about you, Heavenly? You have any projects coming out?
Oh my God,
anything?
Deacon, really?
Yeah, I'm uploading a video.
Just taking shots. What are
I
you,
mean,
man?
aside from
Heavenly
normal
always
videos,
has something.
anything specific, like a huge project you're currently working on, or anything that you want to let people know about?
2 videos.
Videos. Okay, yeah, keep
Yeah,
it nice and
Yeah, I
short,
gotta for my next Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video. I'm gonna have to edit down like 20 hours of gameplay, so that should be fun. That should take forever.
Yeah,
Yo, when's
Final
the next-
Onyx said,
All you
I
gotta
feel
do
like
is
no
just
one
show the
talks about
titties
Yu
for
Yu
like 10
Hakusho.
minutes.
I love Yu Yu Hakusho. They got that new mobile game coming out, and then they got the 2018 remaster or whatever. But whatever. But anybody have any closing statements before we go ahead and get out of here?
Get bitches, fuck money.
I got one.
I'm listening.
Homo.
Oh. I've been really trying, baby. All right. Well, that's gonna be it.
No, wait. There's one more.
There's one more. What you got?
Hold on.
He's about to play it
Give
and
me a
can't nobody
second.
hear it.
You better not play it again.
He's gonna realize that only his stream can hear it and nobody else can, so it's not
Yeah.
as fun.
It's not
No. Just wait for it.
I gotta wait.
bated breath over here.
Yeah, right.
Hold on.
Oh,
Trust me, it'll be
he's
worth the
really
wait in the
drawing
end.
it out.
Just
He's really
wait.
drawing it out.
Let's wait.
But anyway, while he's doing
almost
that,
there.
I got 2 videos coming out tomorrow. One's a Boruto video. The other one will probably be the story time video, and then we're gonna live stream. And then I might do some type of vlog or something. And me and Deacon might work on some daily content or something. You know, he and I still have to discuss how we're gonna do that. So.
Yeah.
This is my statement.
Oh my God.
Of course, he's gonna hit play, but
Oh my God.
can't nobody hear it. Yeah, only his stream can enjoy it. So, you know, who's robbing me?
Who's robbing me?
I'll do this because I feel pity for him.
I'm not. I don't need to feel pretty for him. So, but that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I don't know what the rest of you guys are gonna do, but what's Jay's channel? Who's robbing me?
So good.
That
Oh my God, you
copyright.
niggas are such niggas.
Yeah, you niggas trying to copyright some shit. So.